Saga of Tanya the Evil, or in Japanese, Yojo Senki, is an anime that I'm pretty sure for anyone that's like a huge isekai hardcore fanatic that grew up watching a lot of big isekais from the mid 2010s, is the anime that I think for a lot of people that really got into the isekai genre, this show right here is one of the more talked about and most hyped shows of its time period. And today I kind of wanted to answer this one simple question regarding this show, and my inspiration as to why I want to talk about this was because of Isekai Quartet, the franchise itself. So, obviously, Isekai Quartet Season 3 has officially started airing yesterday as of me recording this video, and I just kind of decided to think and ponder on like all of these Isekai shows that's starring in the Isekai Quartet Season 3, and of the other few shows that I could talk about in this video, like Cautious Hero, for example, Saga of Time the Evil is probably still one of the most unique anime moments that I actually just wonder to this day why we never got a second season of in general, or why it's taken so long for a second season. Because again, the first season of Saga Tiny Evil debuted back in the winter of 2017 by Nut Studios. And I'll show you guys their track record in a little bit, but I just want to like set the stage of like what Yojo Senki had to offer. Where again, the show, for in my view, in my opinion, was one of the most unique and interesting isekai anime experiences that was unlike the other popular isekais that blew up during the mid 2010s, like Konosuba, ReZero, Overlord, etc. And this show really set itself apart in like more ways than one, from its stunning animation to its incredible voice acting, and even its 2019 sequel, which was the Saga Time the Evil the movie, which is the follow-up to this first season, was absolutely really good, really amazing. And honestly, with so much potential and a lot of back into it, I really thought this show was gonna go a whole lot away because it had so much world depth, it had so much character driven moments, and like given where it left on such a huge cliffhanger, respectively from the first season and the movie, respectively, I really was hoping we would get a second season. But now, given that it's 2025 and pretty soon it's going to mark almost 10 years since the first season of Saga Tiny Evil has dropped, 2 years from now, it makes me wonder, will we ever get a second season? And like, what is Netsuo is doing more or less? So again, I would like to show like what at least what Netsuo has been known for, and why I do personally believe why I don't think we're gonna get a second season of this beloved show that I feel should be talked about. And again, looking at Nut Studios' track record, I'm not even joking. This is their actual studio name. Like, they're not even like completely gone from the anime industry as a whole. But I feel like one of the main claims as to why they haven't been as active and like talked about as of late is unfortunately because they're responsible for two of the worst Fooly spin-offs ever, with Fooly Shoegaze and Alternative. And that's not to say that this was their fault entirely, but when you are part of the Fooly franchise and how much you butchered this franchise, it makes a lot of sense why like Nut Studios wasn't able to get into a show like Yojo Senki in the first place. Because not only that, this was the show that really put them on the map in the first place. And their last official anime that they came out with was not that long ago. It was actually last year with this negative positive angler anime that came out back in the fall of 2024 of last year. And again, I didn't even know this show even existed. I haven't heard about the show, but given the aesthetics, given the synopsis when looking at this prior, it had such a unique and really interesting concept that unfortunately just didn't hit to the mainstream masses. And on top of it, I think overall it's safe to say with where everything is at now in the studio's favor, I just think that Yojo Senki is never ever going to get a second season because yes, this was announced not that long ago that we would get one. I just don't think we'll get it. And believe me when I say that Yojo Senki should deserve a season two. Like the fact that we have the poster, the announcement, everything about it that's been teased for so many years now. At this point, I feel like we are now heading in a direction that is more or less similar to No Game No Life. Which, if anyone knows about that show infamously and why that show's never ever going to get a second season, you will know why. I mean, that's a video I can even talk about in the future video, of course. But in this video, I kind of want to also finalize this by saying that Yojo Senki Season 2, I don't think is ever going to come out now because in the current day and age of where modern anime is now, we're living in a time era where now there's so much isekai generic slop out there now that when this show came out to the scene, it came out at like the perfect timing when it was already capitalizing off the success of other big mainstream isekai shows. And yes, currently in the day and age, these same shows doing super well and still doing really great to this day, such as the third season of ReZero. The fourth season of Overlord, from what I've heard, was really really good and well received. Even the third season of Konosuba is also super super good. And it's not just the OG shows that isekai shows that really popped off, of course. Even some shows are now coming into the full throttle and actually becoming a household name in their own lane, such as The Eminence of Shadows, which I praised so many times about. But now, in the case of where Yojo Senki is right now, I just don't think we'll ever get a second season because in in terms of competition, I don't know if this show is going to really compete with the other mainstream isekais that's doing super well right now. And on top of it, it's going to be hard to kind of shift this way back up, especially when for the past how many years now since the first season of Yojo Senki came out, this show is now more or less synopsis to the Isekai Quartet franchise, which is kind of a shame because again, this show has so much potential, it has so much world building put into it, and a lot of care clearly put into it. And I just wish they expand upon it more and more, really put a lot of effort in giving us like an actual season two because it's there. We see it, we see the vision, we see it throughout the movie and the first season of the show. It's possible. But yeah, just want to rant about this because looking back on Yojo Senki and where it's currently at in the Isekai Quartet series as a whole, I just want to talk about it a little bit and just give my thoughts and feelings out of the way a bit. But yeah, that's about it. See you on the next one. Later.